Welcome to the channel, guys, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the 4-valve swap Mustang GT that's sitting right behind me and the coolant crossover delete kit that I installed on it very recently. This is very beneficial to anyone doing a 4-valve swap because there's actually many different ways of doing this crossover delete. You don't have to buy the expensive kit that I bought. To my defense, I really didn't know that there were cheaper ways of doing it. That's why I bought the kit from MMR, which was almost like 400 bucks. It was really expensive, but it's actually really beautiful, really quality pieces. Also, I bought that expensive cooling head mod for the back of the motor from MMR as well, when there was much cheaper options. But I'm pretty sure, you know, I got more quality for what I paid for. So yeah, so we're gonna talk about the coolant crossover pipe delete kit in this video. So let's get into it. Alright guys, first things first, let me give you a nice little overview of it. Still got a short little piece of hose right here. You got the block, you got the lines that I made, the 12 AN lines, and they go into your head. They have a fitting right here that gets pulled down, and they pretty much clear everything. If you come to the side, you can see that I have a lot of space, and they're very flexible. The reason why I made my own a little longer than they're supposed to be, or than they could have been, is because we don't know if I'm gonna go supercharged or if I'm gonna go turbo. Now those plans are very far into the future because this motor hasn't even been broken in yet. I still have to seat these rings, I still gotta break it in, change the oil, take it easy for about 1,000 miles, and then we start beating on this thing, and hopefully it holds up. But like I said, this piece here, if I shorten this hose, it's gonna bring those hoses more this way. It can give me space. I can move this thing around. I could add a elbow hose and turn it. So it's really a lot better for every application that we don't have that pipe in the middle. It opens up what intake manifold I can put on this thing. So it really is a very, very nice kit. I have no leaks out of it and nothing bad to say. And like I said, in the back of the motor I have MMR's cooling head mod, which is absolutely beautiful and works with no leaks. So I'm really happy about that. But you can see in the top of it, you see that nice MMR branding. In the top of it, this is for your temperature sensor, and I actually just took the temperature sensor right out of the crossover pipe and put it right near with a little bit of Teflon. So that worked out really well. An issue a lot of people have why they get these kits is because the pipe is sometimes higher than your expansion tank or radiator or whatever, and you got to bleed it from there, and that does cause a bit of issues. Here is my old crossover pipe that was on the motor, and as you can see, this just definitely isn't as appealing as this kit here. It's a very beautiful kit and it's just aesthetically pleasing. I'm pretty sure there is a better cooling aspect from this kit than what you would get from the pipe, because obviously the pipe is metal. Once the pipes get hot, you know, that's an issue there too. So this is just an absolutely beautiful kit. No matter if you're going turbo, no matter if you're going supercharged, it's really nice to have. And like I said, I removed the sensor right from here, right there, and just installed it right into the kit. So didn't have any issues with that. And like I said, I just can't get over how good it looks, and it clears everything. No issues with it touching the alternator, even though it might look close from the front. There's a lot of space in between it. And like I said, when it's time to put some extra air in this thing or force induction through turbo or supercharger, there's space for these lines to move and make room for that stuff. So I absolutely love this kit. Now before we move on, you guys might have clicked on this video because you want to know how to do a coolant crossover delete. And with 4-valve motors 4.6, 4-valve motors 5.4, it's actually different. So both motors gain value from having the coolant head mod in the back. Now some people has figured out that there's a factory coolant pipe that comes from your water pump and runs to the back and then there's usually, I saw it in one of my B heads, it's behind the head and it fills in the spot for one of your freeze plugs, and it carries water from one head back to the front of the motor. People usually just buy another one of those pipes off of eBay and put it into the other head and then run a hose between it. That is much cheaper than the cooling head mod. I don't know how efficient it is, or you know how it's gonna look, because to me it seems like it was a lot higher and it didn't look as nice. The kit is very petite, it's small, so just 2 blocks, 1 hose in between them, and you're good to go. And I believe after installing the cooling head mod and the pipe delete kit, the crossover delete kit, this motor runs extremely cool. You know, it's very good because I live in the Bahamas, it's very hot, and I plan on beating the living shit out of this motor. So I definitely want it to stay cool. That is a very, very big issue. So when doing this, the pipe delete kit, I saw on the Ford, the BST Ford channel, I saw on there that he did it without this kit, and I think he pieced it together, and I'm pretty sure he did not spend 400 bucks. So you could definitely head on over to his channel and ask him how did he do it. I really did wish I asked him before I spent $400 on something that doesn't add horsepower, but like I said, I didn't mind doing it because it looks really nice. And even though his own looks almost identical, which was annoying to me because I was like, how the hell did he do that? And I'm pretty sure he didn't spend 400 bucks on it. So these, like I said, the biggest application for these is just deleting that ugly pipe out of the middle of the motor. Secondly, if you're gonna go forced induction and you need to snake it around a turbo, or most of the times when I've seen people install these kits, it's because the way that those lines come off of that pipe, it gets in the way of the turbo, it gets in the way of the supercharger belt or something like that, and then you have to run separate lines for them and take them back to the radiator. But definitely it's a massive upgrade to those coolant pipes, and you should definitely pick up a kit from MMR if you can afford it. If not, definitely go over to the Ford BSC channel and he will tell you exactly how to get it done. So if you're doing any kind of 4-valve build, whether it's daily, whether it's on the track, whether it's drifting, whether it's racing, I'm personally going to be racing and drifting my 4-valve swap. So that cooling head mod is definitely something you want to do. That causes a lot of 4-valve problems because the coolant builds up at the back of those heads, and it's hard for that heat to get out, and it allows it to swirl around properly to get that heat out of those heads. So I think that's it for today, guys. Like I said, this kit is absolutely beautiful. I'm just in love with it, but I think for the price point of almost 400 bucks and then waiting almost a month for it to be shipped, I'm not bashing MMR. I'm just, you know, we're in COVID times. We all know that everything's back ordered and all that stuff. So I don't know if it's worth it to buy it when you can just piece together the 12 AN lines. And you know, I don't know who makes that block that goes from 12 AN to the hose bar, but like I said, it's definitely a nice kit, and it was good to get everything in one box. Didn't have to go fishing for anything, but if you want to save a few bucks, usually, yeah, you'd have to shop around and find out who has what and how to put it together. But this kit makes the engine bay look absolutely beautiful. It adds a very, I don't know how to say this without sounding like a ricer, but it adds a very racer type look to the engine bay, even though, like I said, it doesn't add any horsepower. So just keep that in mind. If you're gonna buy this kit from MMR, it is 400 bucks and you won't gain 1 horsepower from it. Your motor is gonna run cooler, I assume, because of replacing a steel pipe with aluminum parts and AN lines. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Always remember, don't drift without your dreams, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.